steady six point, shall ride away your brain. Bad to the bone, Lucifer has picked up for days on days. And the great October's global feds have bad writings to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello, and welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I am Jedi Johnson 22, joined this week by the architect, joesduelin. Styx has waited to the last minute to pop in as usual, and now he is warming up the old jalopy, aka his computer. He should be here in a momentarily. And Dom is out wrapping up his happy ending, and then he'll be joining us. We say that enough, Giggles is going to get mad. We're just joking, Giggles. We think we're kidding. Styx, why are you cutting it so close?
Did you get the water wheel next to the river to flow fast enough to get you electricity to get into the show? Styx boy, 70.
So, Joe, how was your week?
Yeah, well, it wasn't bad. It was the last week of school for the kids, so summer vacation has officially started for the kids, not for me.
I have 4 more days.
Stick.
4 more days.
Okay.
I have 4 more days.
Styx has 4 more days. I don't get off for the summers, but the kids do, and it's nice. It's fun.
Monday is our last day of actual classes. Then I work Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I have the next week off.
That's nice.
Same old for me. Next week is a holiday week, so it'll be a little shorter.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, we have on Thursday.
Thursdays. I hate it when holidays fall on like a Wednesday, Thursday. It just throws things off. Can't they just like?
It is tough.
Just push it to Friday.
How long have I got? How long we got?
How long you got? What? We're live, Styx.
Oh, we're live. Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Jones.
Yeah, you jumped in right when we were going through.
I didn't realize we were live. Hello, everybody.
Bringing that S&S prep energy with you.
Yeah. You hopped in right at the end of the intro, so if you didn't go to the bathroom, it's too late, Styx. You got to hold it.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to. I don't have any.
Unless you got a litter box around there or something.
Gatorade bottle.
5-gallon bucket, something.
I got my Doctor Who jugs.
There you go.
So it was so I went and saw Ballerina. I liked it. I know people. I don't know if anybody in the other shows on here have talked about Ballerina. I thought it was pretty good. I think if you like John Wick, I don't see any reason why you could say you don't like the Ballerina movie. It's
John Wick in it.
It's John Wick with better legs. I don't know. Yeah, John Wick is in it. I thought it was action packed, start to finish. They did some new stuff that we haven't seen in John Wick as far as angles and different fighting things. I thought it was pretty good. So hopefully, I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes. It looked pretty good. So it looks like most people hopefully agree with me. I thought it was pretty good. So
they're always pretty entertaining. They keep moving at a good pace and keep the action interesting.
Yeah. All right. So let's pull this thing up and hope it works. Kind of a short what the F this week, but we'll go through it. And hopefully folks are piling in. Hopefully folks they're trickling in. Yeah. All right. So we did it last week. And so I told Joe, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this again. And Joe was like, fuck it, do it. So we've got OnlyFans Friday again. OnlyFans confirms Bonnie Blue permanently banned after the porn star's latest stunt. She has that stunt being having sex with over 1,000 men in a day. She said that they said she's been permanently banned from OnlyFans for posting that and intending to make more extreme content. And by more extreme content, the Derbyshire porn star was planning to break her own record by hitting 2,000 men in a single day in a stunt she was branding a petting zoo. But OnlyFans told Metro that, nope, not going to do it, not on our platform. And so they have permanently banned her, which hopefully she saves some of that money, because she's going to have to find some other platform out there that will allow her to do that. So, yeah.
I hear Braves is higher.
For anybody that was a subscriber, hopefully you got some of your money back. Because
I mean, my question is, okay, if she's made some money from doing all this stuff. I mean, the higher end. I mean, the Cash Me on the Outside girl made like 18 million or whatever from
pulling in a lot. Of course, I'm not going to do the conversion from pounds to US, but she was pulling in a butt ton on a monthly basis. So
yeah, I'm just
you got to spend money to make money, but hopefully she set some of that aside, because
yeah. So I don't understand why you could launch your own website.
I was thinking the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of thinking the same thing.
You think with that much money, you could thumb off a few $100,000 and get a couple desperate tech kids to cobble together something with a paywall.
Isn't OnlyFans supposed to be for porn? There's definitely porn on there. I think the reason
it's only for fans.
I want to think OnlyFans has seen maybe the writing on the wall that these things are having to get more and more extreme to one up one another, or to one up yourself. And I think they're maybe covering their own ass as far as liability, because we've had OnlyFans people die trying to do extreme stunts and things like that. Of course, we've seen this, and we've seen people. The last girl had severe bleeding when she tried to beat Bonnie Blue. It's just, I think OnlyFans is like, I'm just speculating. I think they're kind of like, enough is enough. You guys are just, you give somebody an inch to take a mile. I think they're just getting a little out of control. So that's what I think.
She's taking a lot of inches.
She's taking several inches. Hopefully not a mile. All right, moving on.
We'd have to do the math.
So I decided to add this in, called Just Dropped. You might have saw that this comic was on the Hot 10 that just wrapped up, because the episode 1 of Revival, I guess Tim Seeley comic book adaptation, is now on Sci-Fi. Episode 1 dropped, I guess, Thursday, depending on your time zone.
Fun little Seeley name drop in the episode.
Yeah. So I thought, so you watched it? Okay, great. So
yeah.
What did you think? So I
like the way the comic started better than the way the series
started. The comic start. Well, here's what I think, and I kind of did some comparison. I went back and looked at the comic again, because it's been forever. I read the whole story 1 through 47, I think.
Yep.
But it's been a while, so I went back and kind of looked at it again.
Yes, it is.
I think it stayed pretty true to issue number 1 for the most part, but I think Preacher kind of did this too. So I think, how like you'll have the comic 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and then number 5 will be kind of like a flashback to something that happened before number 1. Yeah. So I think they kind of did that in episode 1. They kind of did some stuff that happened later in the comics, but I think a lot of the major the main, I guess, elements from the comic were in episode 1. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I thought they were all there.
I enjoyed it. Watching Sci-Fi Channel, it's kind of like watching Doctor Who. You have to set relative expectations for production quality, and it wasn't bad, but it's not. We get so used now. It's like, oh, go just watch Silo, and the amount of money they pour into something like that, and then you watch Revival, and you're like, oh, okay, I have to temper my expectations in terms of budget and kind of recalibrate. It's been a long time since I've watched something like that on Sci-Fi, where it was lower budget, because all these things nowadays are just ridiculous budgets.
I will say, because I made mention that, and for those that came over from the Hot 10, of course, this was number 7, I think, on the Hot 10, on Pete's list.
All of you
probably-
trickling in.
All of you. For definitely time to sell. I wouldn't buy this yet. If you don't have this, I would hold off. Certainly wouldn't buy it now.
Especially for a sci-fi series.
Yeah, it's nowhere near even on the right trajectory of a Walking Dead or anything yet like that. So just hold off because we've seen what happened. Like I said in the chat, we've seen what happened with Outcast, with Happy, with Jupiter's Legacy, with
Even
Paper
Deadly
Girls.
I mean,
All
a lot
these
of
things, they come and go like that. I think Outcast and Happy had 2 seasons. The others only had 1 season. So yeah, these things can come and go quick. So just kind of keep an eye on it.
I'm hoping with its sci-fi channel and it's a lower budget. And this is what I thought about. Like, I was so mad when Deadly Class got canceled. Which
Deadly
was
Class,
also
that was a great one
on sci-fi, and it was a great show. I love the comic, I love the TV series, and they gave me 1 season. I was like, really, 1 season? This you'll give me like 15 seasons of some bullshit show that nobody cares about, but a show that actually is decent and could have some legs. I hack it off. But I'm hoping with the lower budgets of these and bring some comic people over to watch it.
IDBM give 7, we'll say 8 out of 10 right now. With I guess that popularity arrow looks like it's trending up, and Rotten Tomatoes for the popcorn meter, which is the one I guess from fans, if I remember right, sitting at 90%. So
that makes me happy.
So good.
That makes me very happy to see. Because like I said, I think sometimes you get a little deadened to the high budget Disney Plus, Amazon, Apple TV series and how much money they pour into those to go back and kind of watch some, expanded cable show and that level of budget. I'm happy that people are enjoying it because I would like it to stick around. It's a fun show.
So Styx, check it out. It's my silo to you, Styx. Check it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll check this out. I will ask, is there a trade paperback for this?
There is. In fact, I read. I don't own the run on the soft. I read the trades. In fact, I probably still have them somewhere.
Trades are a decent buy-in when you have, especially if something's a trending book. Buy the trade if you really just want to read the story. As
crazy as it is, because this series has just all Jenny Frison covers.
Yeah.
The back issues, outside of the first issue, almost all the back issues are exceptionally reasonable. Like, you can find them in back issue bins, $1 or $2, quite often.
I know Pete said what they're selling for now. I made mention before. I think when the trailer dropped, I tried to sell one of these things on Whatnot like maybe a month or 2 ago for like $5, and I couldn't move that number 1. And it's selling for like 30 or 40 now.
I didn't realize it was coming that fast. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I still wouldn't know if Hulu hadn't put it up on my little hey, check this out bullshit. I wouldn't have known it dropped. That's the only reason I remember it dropped.
Because I'm so used to hearing, oh, this is optioned, this is coming, and then it's like 3 years later, and like, is it still coming? But this was like, hey, Revival's coming, and then all of a sudden it's here.
Yeah. So. And on to what Styx said, there are trades. There are also, for those that maybe read the trades and decide they really like it, there's also deluxe hard copies, omnibus for this series as well. Because it's really good series. As far as
they're fun back issues to hunt because they are inexpensive. And if you're a fan of Jenny Frison covers, they're all fantastic covers as well. So it fills out your Jenny Frison collection as well.
I'll check out my dollar bins at my LCS this week, see if they got any. I don't remember if they did or not.
And that's all. Like I said, it's kind of short this week as far as what's going on. All right, let's say hello to the chat. GT Key Comic coming in at first. And then, I don't know, GT just settled for first today. He just said, okay.
Yep.
Not great.
Done and done.
Not great.
Gonna go. Not great. Like Tommy Lombach, smile for the camera.
Hey, Tommy.
What's going on, Tommy? Terry actually comes in and grabs the bronze this week with Spoon. Mama Bear. Hello, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama.
My Mama. Yeah, he's talking about it. Mama Bear making a Doctor Who reference when he talks about Styx's Wi-Fi. Mama was with us on Tuesday when we finally saw the Mudmen on Styx's New to Who show, which, by the way, the best show we've done to date, I believe, as far as views go. I think we're almost at 100 views.
We are almost at 100.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm sure Dom will take 100% credit for that when he finds out.
Definitely.
But
yeah.
That was fun having there, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't want to go into the since Terry's doing it. Yeah, I thought the flamethrower scene in Ballerina was yes, I use the word amazing. I was going to say awesome. And then when she battles the flamethrower with a fire hose, I thought that was visually done very well, and it was new, something new too. So
I will again say, if you want to see Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas in a movie together, where there's a better shower scene, you can go rent and watch Knock Knock.
Knock Knock, yeah. There was a while going through Ballerina. I was starting. In fact, I leaned over and said to my son, "I was like, are we going to get Keanu Reeves like at the very end of this movie? Is this going to be a part? Is this going to be a two-parter? Because and then as soon as I said that, Keanu shows up. So Mama Bear says, "Good. Bonnie Blue needs to go." You're probably right, Mom. You're right. Mama's usually right about everything. Isn't OnlyFans supposed to be for porn? Yeah, it certainly is. Well, not only. I guess not only. I don't want to pay.
If you want to make any money on OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you want to make money, that's the perfect way to say it.
They allow you to do porn, but not prostitute yourself.
Okay. Hey kids, wife just asked me what the hell I'm watching. If she don't know by now, Ed, I mean, did she find your hiding spot? I mean,
what the hell is even that?
Lots of states are cracking down on porn. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of states are doing
the mandatory to warn my son, I guess. He lives in Tennessee.
Yeah, a lot of them are doing the mandatory age validation stuff.
Yeah. Right. Tyson is here. I was wondering if Tyson's going to roll around. And we have Matt dropping a deuce in the LA protest. Looks like that's what's going on.
That's a good place to do it, Matt. That's a good place to do it.
Okay. Did I say hello to Dungeons? And I think it was going. I think I threw it up there, Dungeon, but I didn't say hey man, thanks for popping in. Mama Bear agreeing with me. No, Mama Bear, I agree with you. That's always a safe bet. You and JJ, I always agree with Mama Bear and JJ because you guys are usually right about most stuff, except for when JJ doesn't like us doing foot segments. He's 100% wrong on that one.
Too bad.
All right.
I made an intro.
Is Dom going to be fashionably late? Dom said he would be here, Tyson, but he is finishing up. We'll just say that.
Getting some sweet release.
Yeah. And it's everybody. So, hey, thanks everybody for popping in. Let's, I think we got an OIL to get to.
Yeah. We'll pop through this pretty fast. It's pretty unimpressive today. Welcome to the OLI, where you get to take a look at the 5 books that just couldn't make it to the Hot 10. Maybe they will next week. Who knows? We had books last week, I think, that made it to the list this week. So you never know. But these are the books that just fell just a little bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Let's take a look at what we got. So we got some more re-respec. So
more of that handsome lady.
I just slapped with a bag of hot nickels. Mary Jane is
that's Rosie Lopez or whatever her name
is. It's I just hate this cover to no end, but people are still digging it. There's not huge sales on it or anything, but it's moving a little bit more than normal. And people were digging on some re-respec. It's a little quiet, so people were hitting up this book and Invincible Iron Man 9. So take your choice for re stuff.
I think 9's
but everyone has their favorite when it comes to where they like to settle on their Riri spec. But it's moving some of these books around. Again, these are books that always seem to take that Riri parabola of some type of Ironheart spec and whoop, and then you don't hear about them for a year, and then whoop, Riri spec, whoop, and back down. So now's probably not the best time to get into them, even though they're not really moving that much. But who knows? Who knows how good the series is going to be? Maybe it's going to take everybody by surprise, and we're like, oh shit, this is great. And then these books take off. But I don't know. I'm kind of sitting on the bench on this one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hop in on these.
Yeah. To be Riri adjacent spec, because we're getting the Hood. The Hood's still a book out there, so I don't know. I dealing with Marvel and villain type spec and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. But this is another book that, you know, there was Moon Knight spec with the Hood when stuff the book, and they thought the Hood would be the next Moon Knight, and then you got this Riri spec. So it's another character that kind of hops up and down. I always like these Max comics. These Marvel Knights always good and fun. So it's an interesting character to spec on, but again, it's moving a little. Well, it's a decent actor attached to it, so we'll see where it goes. It's always good to see a new character that's out there that's pops in and is interesting unexpectedly. Next up on the list, a little Daredevil season 2 spec. Just the Jessica Jones spec is still kicking, so Alias #1 is moving. You got a nice little jump on the raw average for that. High 80, not bad for 9.8, or sorry, 9.8's 120. That's not a bad book. I mean, I like the book itself because it's a great book. It's a solid first appearance. Why not?
Oh, that's a David Mack cover. Is it or did he? Okay, I did not know that. I did not know. I used to have this. I think I had to have sold it because I don't have it anymore. But yeah, I used to have this book, so one for me. But no, I didn't know it was David Mack.
Yeah, it's a good series. Again, that Max line, it was darker, it was more interesting. And people like the Jessica Jones character, at least from the
this
first
is
couple
before
seasons.
David Mack just started changed his color palette to completely pastels.
Yes,
that is David Mack, right? Yeah.
Yes, that is David Mack. Amazingly talented artist. He has a few things that pop out every now and then where he does something a little bit different. But yeah, he's been in that groove of kind of busting out those similar covers for quite a long time. So yeah, again, another bite at the apple of Jessica Jones in Alias #1. And last but not least, we had somebody. Yes, they were might have let something slip. This guy, Matthew Modine, kind of let slip that Godzilla Kong, the new movie that's coming, will possibly have
Monster Zero.
So yeah. So while I don't believe this is the first appearance, it's a decent book. It's a good Space Godzilla book to choose to carry through some spec for some possible Space Godzilla. I don't know how great kaiju spec is, but if it's not Godzilla or King Kong, maybe Mothra. But I don't know. Once you start going down the chain, I don't know how great monster your kaiju spec is, but I do know that a lot of these Godzilla books have fantastic covers regardless. So they're definitely not bad to have in the back issue bin. So and that is what we got for the outside looking in this week. If you want to read more about Pete's opinion on these books, or read the write-up about the Hot 10 and those books that were shown, you can go over to CBSI website and read Pete's write-up, and maybe he'll tell us why we're wrong. So there we go. That's what we got.
Sounds good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I got a lot of pickups this week. I have a
Take
lot.
it away.
I got some.
I have some as well, but
I have a lot. First, since we were talking about Jenny earlier, it's a book I've been hunting for quite a while. So there.
okay.
Yeah, I've been wanting that for a while. So
You just posted that on IG, didn't you? I just
yes,
saw
I
that
did. It
on
just
my
came
IG.
today. Just came.
I didn't
today.
see who posted it, and I was like, I just saw that book on
only.
IG. That's Joe.
Yeah, it's more hack slash. I picked up some Darwin Cook.
There you go.
Because I'll always pick up cheap Darwin Cook no matter what. I got a little Lotte, old series she did for Vertigo. I was very happy to pick up a Butcher Billy cover for Barbarella. And, well, I love Butcher Billy as an artist, but I think you know why I like that cover as well.
Mm-hmm.
I also picked up a nice little Gem of Food, Barbarella. Picked up a little bit of a little Tank Girl because I'll never pass these up when they're cheap.
I like that cover.
A little Omare, Supergirl, a little more Jenny.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Great Penosian Conan cover, by the way.
Definitely Ripley.
Let's see. I got all three versions of the Toxie team up, Toxic Avenger and Jesus.
What?
Yes, and
I don't even know what to say to that.
The ratio did come with a trading card.
Well, there you go.
It has his stats on the back as well.
As a thunderstorm moves towards Joe's house.
I got the loose end, the Home Alone homage. I'll pick up any of these weird little Rivals books. They got Rivals covers.
Spider-Girl.
Got some Lobos magic cover, always fun. She's wearing sweatpants. It's kind of hot. The Mercado, the blood type, the foil. And then I picked up a little Ashley Wood. I will pick, again, this is what I always say. A lot of these ratios, just wait. I love Ashley Wood as an artist. So these Detective Ashley Woods were 1 in 25s. They're well below ratio now. So if you're an Ashley Wood fan, I'm happy to pick up a 1 in 25 well below ratio. Little Sveta Weather. Pop kill.
Dang. I thought you already had those, or did you order them?
No, they just came in this week. And a little London Horror Crime Suspiria covers. These were nice.
Okay.
Came over from the UK. Milo Manara, can't go wrong. It only took almost a year.
You posted your heavy metal. You posted all those heavy metals on IG earlier this week, right?
Yep, because they finally came in this week.
I was so disappointed you did not accompany that with Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? That's a cool cover. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. And then my favorite. That's my favorite.
I like the other one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they took my money in December of this year for the funding on the Kickstarter, and now they're just finally getting them there. So, and let me just say, they didn't package them exceptionally well. But
they did or did not?
Did not.
I was looking through. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
I was gonna say you could get the back issues, which the Milo Manara one was the old original heavy metal back issue, not bagged and boarded. Just the new ones were bagged and boarded in a box that was larger than magazines.
Dom just DM'd me, said he's on his way. No, I was just killing time. I was going through Kickstarter and I forget the title, but there was an EOM segue into my pickups because I got a lot of EOM signed stuff. There was an EOM cover that I really wanted the metal of, right? But they only do metals, at least most times. They only do metals on like
the filthy ones.
The filthy ones, and I was like, I don't want I want the nice one, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, they didn't have the metal of it, and I was like, well, this sucks. I'm going to protest.
Yeah, it's frustrating sometimes with that with some of the Kickstarters and stuff because I like.
I'm going to peacefully protest.
Sometimes, if it's an artist I really really like, sometimes I will want the metal.
Sit there holding his breath.
But I don't necessarily want to get the one where I'm looking, up and where I'm seeing fallopian tube.
Yeah,
I just kind of want, I'm happy with the nice cover in a metal of an artist.
Well, I say I like nice covers just as I'm about to show you. Well, I'm not going to show you. So this came in today.
A lot of sticker work this week.
a little sticker work on one of them. No, I picked up the only non-EOM that I'm going to show is this one. It came in. This is the Elias Chetzoudis.
Yep, there you go.
This is his Zombie Tramp from Dallas Expo.
Nice, that's a good one.
Of course, there's also hopefully it didn't slip, but there's also that one. That's the only. So I have the EOM Harley. All these I got signed, or I didn't get them signed. I bought them from someone who's getting them signed. So it's
nice.
The Harley. It's for my the Poison Ivy. I love the way he does his signatures. He always does
it is fun.
something. A lot of times he'll do like just his basic signatures, but a lot of times he does his fancy stuff. I appreciate that. So this is just like his basic like signature. This is the foil.
Even that's pretty
Which
good.
I also like. Yeah.
Even that's pretty good. Yeah, 100%. Here's his swimsuit, Norts, I think.
Oh, nice.
Norts?
Yep.
I can't remember if this is Norts
Yeah.
or not. Superman. See, even like the Superman, he does like the little like Superman thing and then puts his
shield.
It's just cool. I think it's cool.
I like that Supergirl a lot.
I'm sorry, Supergirl. My bad. I also had the foil of this one that she also did the Superman thing with. I did have some more, a little more sticker work. So this is like his one of his his older power hours, and then this one also has a little sticker work on it. Same book, two different. This one's got a large kind of. Whoops, this one's got the small kind of remark. This one's got the larger remark.
Oh, that's cool.
On it. And this one, I think I've already showed this one once, but it's just signed. I picked up a couple. I went a little nuts. And then lastly, his Catwoman, I believe it's Catwoman. Signed by him. Oh, that's it. That's all I got this week. Those will go in my my EOM sign collection.
Put them in the EOM box.
Yep.
What you got, Stixy?
All right. So I don't know if I mentioned that here. We got one of those like dollar bin places around here. Like the Amazon packages. You go in there. Some days they're $1. Everything in the bin is $1. So I picked up a couple of these. I got some
nice
Thundercats. I got a couple of those, and then I got the I don't know what you call it, the hologram one.
Those would be good for selling at the cons.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of those. Comic books this week that I picked up. I'll shout out to one of my local comic shops, Funky Town. They were doing a pre-show for the next day. They had a signing.
I saw part of they were doing action figures. I saw them on Whatnot. They were doing an action figure show.
Yeah, they had action figures on Thursday. Yeah, but on was it Wednesday? No, Tuesday. They had. I can't think of who it was. It was on there. Anyway, they had a pre-show and they had a couple giveaways, so I won a couple giveaways. I got Sherlock Frankenstein, and I got this Joe, you'll know who this is. I don't know. Sweet Paprika.
Oh, nice.
Gail, is
Sweet.
it not
That's
Gail
Carla.
Smith?
Is that a Carla? That looks
It's
like
Carla
Carla.
Cohen.
Cohen's
Carla Cohen.
Yeah. Carla Cohen.
Carla
Yeah.
Cohen.
Yeah. Thank you.
I
Carla,
could tell it was
for having
Carla
a
Cohen before I even saw the
recognizable
signature. I mean, I finally saw the signature, but I could tell even before that. I was like, it looks like Carla Cohen.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of the Fantastic Four fight posters.
Those are cool.
My couple of copies of the Monsters Mummy
there you go.
came in.
Is the new Monsters out yet?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's Monster number 5, and I think 6 just came out this week, right?
Between the delays and
thought-
it should
I
be
thought-
on a regular schedule now.
I thought 4 came out, and then I thought 5 was the next one. So 5.
Maybe 5. Maybe that's the latest one. I
Yeah,
picked up
I need to download it. I haven't bought it yet.
this giant size X-Men with the knock Wolverine cover. I don't usually pick up X-Men, but I thought that was a pretty sweet Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's not a bad Wolverine. Yeah.
That was pretty nice. Picked up Gotcha Man number 10.
Gotcha, man.
Taking the cover.
They've had really good covers on a lot of
Gotcha,
those
man.
Gotcha Man books.
Amazing Spider-Man
Gotcha,
number
man.
2. This is the second printing.
His web's going everywhere.
You know,
What's
Watching
Gotcha
OnlyFans.
Man about? Is that like a wingman when this guy goes out to a bar? He's like, hey, I need you to be my wingman. He's like, I got you, man.
Gotcha
I
Man.
got you, man. Yeah, he's the one that jumps on the grenade. Yeah.
Oh, good. You found the Phineas and Ferb ones. Good.
It's a hero.
Yeah, I picked these up from my local comic shop, Comic Zone. They're the only one that could find that had them. Everybody else was sold out. So I picked up a couple.
Yeah, I got lucky.
And-
I just pre-ordered one on a whim, and I didn't think it would sell as well as it did.
Oh, you sold one?
No. I pre-ordered one, but I didn't.
Oh,
Think
you
they
mean
would-
in general?
So
You mean in general.
they weren't as easy to find as I thought they would be.
They've got the that one. There's the Fantastic Four one that's coming out soon, and then I don't remember what the other one was. There was another one that I ordered from an online shop that had it. Maybe with another X-Men book. So yeah, that was it.
All right. So for Comic Now later this week, this week's well, you already saw the Supergirl cover because I showed it in my pickups, but I do like the Hamare variant. It's a good cover. All the Rivals Ignite covers were great. They had a lot of great Japanese artists on them. Kind of take your pick. There was a nice Nogi-san cover as well. And then I went with Grim Tales of Terror 6, the 1 in 20. I'm sorry, there's just something about women in cars. It's going to get me every time. It's going to get me every damn time. And that's that one got me.
Queens of Dixie must have cost you a grip then.
Yeah. For the future, these Fumara doing the A covers, by the way, for Catwoman is fantastic because it's better than most of the ratios that come out. So Catwoman 78 is a great Catwoman cover. I think it's going to be a great little run of covers to catch of his stuff because all of his covers are fantastic. They're all very different. They chose Violence, number 2. It's a Raza cover, and it's kind of a cool cover, and it's a Raza cover, and it's on AWA, which not every LCS is going to carry, so might be something to look for. People like to get those, off publisher Raza covers every now and then. And the Linsner Turculoids, it's just bloop bleep nudity. So,
Dynamite is really kind of loosening their standards, I think, on a lot of their covers now, because they're letting Red Sonja and Vampirella be more busty,
yes.
and now this with the Herculoids is kind of.
I was like, well, I haven't been overwhelmed by a lot of the Herculoids covers, but I like this one.
Mhm.
This checks the boxes for me.
It got my attention as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't paid any attention to the Herculoids till
I
cover.
mean,
I
truthfully, and I mean, I will truly say, don't go spec on any Dynamite book because 90% of Dynamite books are, especially the ratios. Hey, what's up, Dom? Are going to be cheaper down the line. You know, you can go pick up so many of those ratios dirt cheap. I don't know how many 1 in 20s and 1 in 40s I've bought for like $2 and $5 a year and a half later. But you know, every now and then they got a winner, and I'm going to get sucked in and I'm going to buy it. So, you know, just make sure you pre-order it, get a little discount on it. That's the nice thing about Dynamite with those ratios. You can normally pre-order most of their ratios at a discount.
What did I miss? Anything good?
You missed all of it. It's all good, Don.
You missed all the good. Yeah, all the good's gone.
Yeah, it's all downhill.
You missed it all.
Damn.
It's all downhill from here. Yeah. Styx's mom, Russ.
And and the only other thing you missed really is that your Bonnie Blue subscription on OnlyFans is no more. So
Canceled.
She's been permanently banned. So you'll have to.
Really? What happened?
She's just you have to go back and watch. You'll see. She's been banned.
Apparently, she wanted to be more explicit than OnlyFans.
She kept pushing the envelope, and finally, OnlyFans is like, "No, that's enough."
Be gone.
So, for my tops and tails of the weeks, I got Amarini, Amateur Cupid #1. I love Athala M's covers, and this is definitely a wonderfully top-heavy cover. I'm very happy with this. Again, this is Kickstarter, so use your imagination about
where's
the
tail. I was gonna say, where's the tail? I see.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just top. Sometimes it's very top heavy. Sometimes it's tail heavy.
I like
it's
where
top
the hand
heavy today. It's very top heavy today. And like I said, it's Kickstarter, so use your imagination on the variants. It's not hard to do.
Definitely gropey.
Yes.
That hand is a very lucky hand right there.
Say maybe the girl in white, maybe her hand is on the tail of the. Never mind.
Well,
moving on.
Since Dom just got here,
that would be kind of a long arm. Yeah.
Since Dom just got here, I guess we can give him what he came for.
It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia. It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia Comic. Oh, cool. Sale of the week.
Damn you.
Yeah. Now it's going to be in your head all week. Can't get it out.
So, yeah, you're just in time. Yeah, so this week, for no particular reason, I just landed on these novelty phones from like the 80s and 90s, where you either bought them or sometimes you got them as with a subscrition to a magazine or whatever. Sometimes you just ended up with these phones. Yeah. Man, there were a lot of these Kermit the Frog novelty phones being sold, and this was the highest one, but there was a lot of them been sold for like $140, $150. So I don't know
Cabbage Patch Kid phone.
exactly how you got them. I didn't see any Cabbage Patch, but
No.
this one's 1983.
How many people subscribe to Sports Illustrated just to get that fucking football
Just to
phone?
get their football phone, yeah. Those aren't selling for a lot. There were some of those.
Because there's so many of them out
There's
there.
so
Yeah,
many.
Steve, I think so. Remember the Marlboro? Remember the point in the Marlboro boxes?
Oh yeah, the Mile. Oh, I used to have plenty of Marlboro Miles merchandise when I was in my youth.
Well, the Kermit's from 1983. It's from American Telecommunications. It's plastic. It's obviously for a landline, and it's push button. I really wanted to find a rotary, and I couldn't find one. I really wanted to find that. But this one was sold for a best offer in late April for $200. And again, a lot of others sold for maybe $40 or $50 less than that. But a lot of these were moving, so I don't know. I don't know why exactly.
Nothing moves like the next one. The next one is one that is a mover and shaker.
The Garfield novelty telephone from the 80s from Tyco. Also plastic, also a landline, also a push button. Best offer $125 in late May. Again, don't know exactly how you got how you came across these, but
some were sold at Radio Shack, from what I remember.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Crazy Eddies.
We just had in my home. We just had the basic rotary, with the
Nobody
basic
beats the Whiz
rotary.
The Whiz, right?
Yeah.
I grew up with a rotary phone, one that was heavy enough to concuss any type of intruder that came into the house.
Yep. The Western bells.
See, Cosmic has a 1990s Mickey Mouse AT&T phone that belonged to his grandmother. Yeah, price
There
it.
you
I don't know if you want to sell it or not. It belonged to your grandmother, but
You get some money, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think she'll accept.
This one's still in the box. Quacky 2 novelty duck telephone. I don't know if it made a quacking noise or not. Maybe it did. Quacky ringer, it says. From the 1980s by Telemania. Telemania made a lot of these novelty phones, from what I can see. This one's actually made out of wood, so it's a lethal weapon.
Oh, wow.
And it is a landline. It is also push button. Best offer of $100 back in mid-May.
Nice. I think the Garfield one. I think the eyes close and open when you pick up.
There's certain ones that do. Yeah.
I think they had a Felix the Cat one too.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. But probably none more popular than the.
Oh, wow, we got a second page.
I got two this week. Probably none more popular than the red Hot Lips novelty telephone from the 1980s. From what I could tell, this one's either it was actually I think maybe it was manufactured by both Telemania and Telequest, or maybe
Is that supposed to be the lip from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah.
Yes, Gordon was there.
That's something you'd buy at Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plastic landline push button. Best offer of $100 back in mid-April, and not so long ago, the Super Mario Kart for the 64 novelty telephone from 2002, made by Nintendo. Plastic landline, blah blah blah. Best offer of $115. This one's still in the box back in.
I was surprised that went as cheap as it did, because normally that old weird stuff does well.
And no, I did not have that pickle novelty.
And Dom just recently sold his pickle novelty. There were a couple of these, so one of them had to be Dom's.
I'd highly suggest you sanitize that thing if you buy it.
And that's why you wanted me here, because you wanted to show this.
No, I wanted you here for another reason, but now we had the pickle novelty telephone from 1980s. From what I could research, because it wasn't listed on eBay, I believe this was manufactured by Tasca International. Sold on a best offer of basically $110 back.
It's still for $110, man, for a damn pickle, man.
Yeah, there were a couple of these. That could definitely be a biohazard. You're right. I'd cover that thing up.
Pickle phone.
Sanitize that thing. Get a little of that blue UV light on that bad boy.
Jeez.
God knows where that thing's been.
Wonder what the ringer sounds like. Sound like ooh.
Yeah.
Mama pickle. Mama pickle.
I don't know. Pickles.
Sounds like the ocean.
I don't know. Dom sent me on IG. He sent me this this AI creation of like pickles from hell. So obviously,
it was the Rick and Morty, the pickle.
Oh yeah.
And it was like live action, like
God, it's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Pickle horror film.
But yeah, that's it for this week. Decided to, for no particular reason, that didn't come out right. Yeah, I went with phones this week. But yep, that's it for this week. We'll see what happens next week.
Hey, listen, Jedi, you're pulling stuff out of your anal. So all the stuff
it's hard, man. It's hard.
I know it is, man.
It is not an easy task to come up with these things.
I keep saying I'm gonna circle back to the beginning, but then I'm like, let's see if we can keep this going with something fresh every week. So doesn't mean it's gonna be good, just means maybe it'll be new.
Okay. Hey.
I 1 week I did salt and pepper shakers, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, do maracas, man.
Hey, if they're out there and they're being sold, I will do them.
There you go.
All right. Well, it's time for that guy.
You are not having a massive stroke. It's just trivia with Styx. You did not suffer a debilitating head wound. It's just trivia with Styx.
It's not CTE or PTSD.
It's just trivia with Styx.
All right. You gotta get yourself off mute, and then you're good to go, Styx.
Yep, there we go. Okay, good. I'm off mute. Video's ended. All right, let's go. Qualified edition trivia night. Trivia's back. Let's get into it. This week I have some innovation comic trivia for you.
You want me to move forward?
Right apropos. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Innovation comic trivia. Let's get it started. Am I running it? Are you running it? I'll run it.
I'll run it. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, let's begin. Okay, question number 1. Which of these titles by Anne Rice was not adapted as innovation? Interview with the Vampire?
I was so tempted to read that like Sean Connery on Jeopardy. Like, which of these titless...
These tittles.
These titless by Anne Rice.
Master of the Rampling Gate, Queen of the Damned, or Anne Rice's Witching Hour, which is not an innovation comic.
B.
Was not adapted. I don't know. I don't have a clue. What's Mama Bear? I said I was going to follow whatever Mama Bear. Mama Bear says B. Well, she posted that quick too. I'm going to say B because Mama Bear answered that quick.
I will tell you that, yes, these are all Anne Rice comics, but which one is not published by Innovation?
Okay, we're getting some B's in there.
It's a wrap. Wrap. Okay.
It's a wrap.
If it is none of these, you're right.
I didn't drop a beat.
Canceling this.
Wrap it, son.
It's not Saturday. Sam's not on this show.
Yeah, no rapping. Yeah. Okay. All right, and your answer is.
Damn it, Mama Bear.
The answer is D.
Okay.
The Witching Hour was published under the Millennium Comics. Now, it technically, it's still Innovation, but Innovation changes their name to Millennium in their last year of publication. After their,
so it was a trick question in a way.
It's kind of a trick question.
That's okay,
It's
Mama.
okay.
Well, you know, Mama,
We're
this
giving you
is
a point anyway.
this is Styx,
Thanks,
so we don't know for sure that you're wrong.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Which of these comics got a 3D issue? Was it Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street, Forbidden Planet, or did Dark Shadows get a 3D?
You know what? I think B. I think I saw a Nightmare on Elm Street 3D book at one time, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see.
For the silliest reason of all, I'm going to say A because Chucky is looking at a book and it looks like something popped out of the book, like 3D. So I'm going to say A for that reason only.
All right. Well, the answer to this one is.
And the answer is indeed B. Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes, they had a 3D.
Name your logic, Jedi. Damn it.
Which, by the way, is one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street covers on Comic.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Great.
The two decapitated heads, the spraying blood. It's fantastic.
All right, next. All right, which of these Innovation comics had a revival in 2023? Obviously not by Innovation, but the series got a revival. Was it Heroes Alliance, Cyberpunk, Justice Machine, or Maze Agency? Which one of these got a revival?
I'm gonna say B, Cyberpunk, because it seems like everybody was doing it. I know Mike Mayhew did several of these Cyberpunk covers.
Cyberpunk.
So I think it's Cyberpunk.
I love how Ed says Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit.
It gotta be. Mama gotta be.
Everyone's following Jedi.
That's the only one I've heard of. And I know it was about a year and a half ago that a lot of those Cyberpunk covers started coming out. Mayhew did one of his sneaker covers for it.
All right. Well, the answer to this one is...
Your answer is...
All right. So
E, Maze Agency, Scout Comics did. Scout Comics did a Maze Agency book back in 2013.
Come on, man. I never even heard of this damn book.
One of the best titles. One of the best titles that was put out by Innovation.
Yeah. Previously by Comico.
Yep.
Sorry.
Call it what you will. All right, next question. Here, rolling on. Question number 4. This title is a take on Brenda Starr. Is that true or is it false?
You're going deep in there. Because it takes forever to know who the hell Brenda Starr is.
False.
So for those who don't know,
we're going to learn who Brenda Starr is later.
Yeah, Brenda Starr was a newspaper cartoon, I guess.
Yep.
Or comic.
And it had a comic too, I believe.
It did have a comic for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed, don't take me off your Christmas card list.
All right.
Oh, this is true. I almost said C. I was like,
C, who cares?
None of the above.
None of the above. There you go.
This title's I don't freaking know. Everybody's saying false. I'll say true just to be different than everybody, but I don't know.
Why?
I don't know because I don't care.
Oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy gifting 10 memberships. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Hey, he's not. We can take him off the milk carton now.
Yeah. You got to watch our revised intro, Bruce.
Yeah. What's our intro?
Oh.
So,
all right, and your answer is. The answer is false. Just to read the synopsis here, Nancy attracts the attention of an influential. Yeah, I do because this is a great synopsis.
It's important. Okay, it's important.
It's a great synopsis for this 3-issue series. Nancy attracts the attention of an influential television evangelist who sees her as a symbol of all that is wrong with society, especially once she agrees to enter the ring to fight a man, Charlie the Conqueror Conklin. Will the ninja training Nancy hides from the public help her deal with the media and her fight for her life?
So I would
she
hope
received
so.
ninja training from the public. What do you mean? What does that mean? She received ninja training from the public.
The ninja training Nancy hides from the public.
Oh, hides from the public. Okay.
Hides from the public.
Yes, because you just don't go out and be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, I'm a ninja." You hide that shit.
I thought the guy on the corner was a ninja, and he taught her how to be a ninja. I don't know.
Ninja.
One of those. Yeah.
I thought I did a pretty nice job on the milk cart. All right. Next up.
That's it for this week.
You had another one. You had another one.
You got one other freaking.
All right.
5.
What was the first book published by Innovation? I can't even read that.
Well,
Lunatic Fringe.
The Lunatic Fringe. Australia. Was it Legends of the Stargazers or Soul Quest?
Which, by the way, everyone lists as Stargazers every time you see an eBay listing. Have you ever noticed that?
I do notice that. I think that's hilarious. Read the book you got in front of you.
New Australia, huh? No.
great title with some really cool covers. Australia.
Those covers are
uh,
awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I love that series.
like Soul Quest. Okay, never mind. I'll say Star. What do you call it? Grazers.
Star Grazers.
Star
Yeah,
Grazers.
I'll say that one. I'll say C.
D.
You gonna go with D? Okay.
Yep.
All right, and
All
your
right.
answer is
Oh wow.
Wait a minute.
It is
That
B.
wasn't even A. That was B.
that was B.
You are
I didn't.
correct. That
or
was
I
B.
didn't. It was B.
That was
Yeah.
B.
New Australia was published April of
Yeah.
1989.
So
And
the
then
answer is New
everything
Australia.
Yeah, New Australia. The answer is New Australia.
Again,
Okay, that one.
series that has some great covers.
Yes. Which I only had recently found like a year ago because I hadn't when I made up my list for innovation. I'm like, oh, I don't have this one, so I had to go back. And my God, it's a great series to read. It really is. It's only 5 issues.
Like most innovation stuff, they don't have long runs.
Yeah, no, they don't have long, and some don't even get finished.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's David Camptiti, the founder of innovation.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you told me.
And at first I was like, was he the founder of innovation or is this just a tit joke?
I was like, who's that very tiny man sitting in that chair?
It's David Camptiti.
Yeah.
It's a camp I want to go to. So,
Camptiti caca.
Camptiti.
Hold on the caca, please.
So I decided I know
Ooh,
it's
torchy.
not the sexiest spotlight out there, but innovation is definitely a publisher that you can forever find in dollar boxes.
Yes, you get.
There are a lot of fun titles out there for reading. There's a lot of few little hidden gems in there. Might not be worth a ton of money, but as a collector, if you collect certain artists and things like that, they're nice to have to round out your collection. And again, there are some good series in there. There's some fun reads in there. Innovation basically threw everything at the wall. You had a subsection of IPs that they had for either like horror movie remakes. You had kind of superhero with sexy girl type things that went in there, and then just weird shit. A lot of just weird shit.
Oh, sexy.
So we're going to kind of just run through a handful of innovation titles, show you what's out there. So next time you're looking through some of those dollar bins, you'll maybe recognize a few of these. Start off early. Some of these had very, very 90s feeling art, like Avenue X. It's like these are late 80s, early 90s. I'm going to draw hookers on my trapper keeper kind of art.
Yeah. I call Avenue X a hooker noir.
Yes. And it didn't go that far in the run. I believe it was only a 1 issue. A lot of these are
maybe 2.
I mean, some of the longest runs, maybe you get like 17 issues out of like a Maze Agency or something like that. But most of these did not run long. A lot of them were one shots. A lot of them were one and dones. 3 Eyes, which was, if you were into anime and stuff like that back in the late 80s or whatever, there's 3 issues of 3x3 Eyes, which is an interesting little series. Angel of Death, I believe, was a 3-issue run. Angry Shadows. Now, I like to collect this an artist that is, to me, definitely under the radar, that never gets the love he should, is John Bolton. John Bolton does amazing painted covers, fantastic fantasy stuff, cool horror stuff. Angry Shadows, great cover. There was a remake of Psycho, also awesome covers. Like these are definitely things that, as I'm flipping through a dollar box, there's a chance you're going to come across some of this, and these are great books to have in the collection.
And you can flip them quick.
Yeah. As Styx was pointing out earlier, you got a lot of the Anne Rice series through innovation. So you got Queen of the Dam, you got Interview with Vampire, Vampire Lestat. Again, with some really cool covers, also some John Bolton covers in there as well. Everyone was feeding off some Sandman vibes and stuff back then as well.
Well, yeah.
Was the movie based on that comic, Queen of the Damned? Wasn't that a movie?
No, this came out after the movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is based
these
on
are
the
all
book.
based off the novels. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The movie came out. Yeah, the movie came out. Yeah, no, these are based on the book.
Good old Ron Perlman, a little Beauty and the Beast action, which was fun.
Great series.
Captain Oatmeal.
Captain.
I'm trying to remember. I think
Yeah.
that might be a Still Freeze cover, by the way, for Beauty and the Beast. Captain Oatmeal, like I said, they would have these weird, wacky books. Like they would have like some cheesecake books, then they would have something weird like Captain Oatmeal. These champions,
And they weren't even called.
breakfasts.
And they weren't even called Innovation yet. They were called American Comics.
Yeah, they had the little innovation up top, but it was right at that transition. But you did have some cheesecake with black and white magic. I got that one sitting in one of these boxes somewhere.
That's a great one.
One of the best series was reprinting all the old Bill Ward's Torchy stuff with the Livia and DeBaron's covers. They're all fantastic covers. Number one is often homaged. I don't know how many times, but quite often. But all of the covers are fantastic. 5 is still, I think, one of my favorite covers of the Torchy run. It's just a damn sexy cover. But you also had a summer special. You had a trade paperback as well. So if you're a Torchy fan and don't feel like going to spend all that money for those old Doll Man issues out there that have Bill Ward Torchy backstories in them, because you'll pay a couple $100 for a 0.5 graded Doll Man. You can pick up Torchy. Bruce Jones had 2 series that were just one-offs, but I just love the covers. There's something about a bubble helmet cover, and there's always something about a woman in bra and panties on a cover, a horror cover, which is always fantastic.
With some creeper looking in. The werewolf.
That's that House of Secrets 52 kind of homage.
Yeah, so you got your Outer Edge and Razor's Edge from Bruce Jones, which are pretty good. Celestial Mechanics had a 3-issue run. Fun, just cheesy 90 cheesecake covers, which are fantastic. Can't go wrong with Space and Daisy Dukes. It's always a winner.
What else would you wear in Space?
Exactly. You not only got Child's Play, but you also got Child's Play 2 and 3 through innovation. So you had the Child's Play run. You had Child's Play 2, which had a decent little run. It was like 3 or 4 issues. And Child's Play 3 as well. So if you're a Chucky fan, you dig through those dollar bins. There's plenty of Child's Play in there.
Yeah, I got those.
There's your Cyberpunk, which had initial series of book 2 and then the Seraphim Files as well. Some fun, interesting covers. Dark Shadows. If you're a Dark Shadows fan, they had
based off the television show on NBC.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You got the nice. I think there were 2 volumes of Dark Shadows, but again, had some fun covers.
One special.
Then they had just some fun random shit. Dead Fish Bedeviled. Why not? I don't know what it's about, but sure. She's lifting her skirt up. She's covering her tits. That guy is cold. I don't know. It's just a good cover. I like it. And Desert Storm send Hussein to hell.
That guy's looking over like, why's she covering her tits?
It's good. And East Meets West, just a good, fun, classic cheesecake cover.
Mm-hmm.
The Executioner had I think a 3-issue run, and issue 1 had 3 different covers. This is the indestructible variant. Yes. The other variant looks very much like this, but she's wearing more clothes sitting on that chair.
And there was the black cover variant.
Yeah. And you had the Equinox Chronicles, Group Lori. I forget what this is. This might be a Paul Smith cover. But you'll find a handful of artists you wouldn't expect pop up in innovation work. The Forbidden Planet little mini series was great. Fantastic covers if you like classic sci-fi.
Is that robot bringing Will Rogers his prostitute?
Yeah.
I brought you a prostitute.
Here is your hooker.
Danger.
And again, you got Nightmare on Elm Street. You got The Beginning. You got the Nightmare on Elm Street. You got Freddy's Dead with 3D. So you got the official movie adaptations, and then they would normally do a trade as well. If it was like 2 or 3 issues, they'd normally drop it into a trade after as well with a new cover. Time Drifter. I just like the covers on Time Drifter. It's just because it's just like, I don't really care about drawing men's faces. I'm just going to draw the women really well, and that's all that really matters. And I like that kind of thinking. I can get with that kind of thinking. Hero Alliance ran for quite a while for innovation. It ran more than 16 issues.
2 volumes.
And 2 volumes, and I think a couple one-offs as well. But I appreciate the attention to detail and having some. It's cold at that graveyard.
I know
It's
cold.
cold.
Very cold. I know.
It's very cold.
Detailed. The little
Turkey's done.
Yeah.
Hero Alliance, the Quarterlies. The first cover there is a George Perez cover. So that's kind of a fun little find sometimes in the dollar bins. You're like, oh shit, here's an old George Perez cover that nobody pulled out of here. The second cover, by the way, that's a Brian Stillfreeze cover. So if you're a Stillfreeze fan, you can pick up some cool old Stillfreeze art as well. And then they had a couple spectaculars as well. And the Girl in the Green. The turkey's almost always done. I mean, it's cold everywhere she goes.
I think that's her superpower.
Yes, damn straight
Turn
it is.
on your headlights. Let them shine wherever you are.
Innovation also had a handful of these kind of one-offs, these little summer fun, spectacular, or little one-offs that would have different characters from different series. Justice Machine went for a while. I believe there's a John Byrne cover in here for Justice Machine.
Yep. I think a lot of them were, actually.
Yeah. And Stargrazers, you can still find these if people haven't pulled them out of dollar boxes. You will still find these sometimes. These are all Adam Hughes covers. So you want your early Adam Hughes fun. Stargrazers is the way to go. And they're all fantastic covers. I like the wraparound as well with the covers. It's nice. It's it's a 3/4 wraparound, but they're all pretty good. So you can see Hughes where he kind of cut his teeth drawing the ladies. Of course, 6 is my favorite cover.
He's spanking her.
Yes, that's one of my favorite covers of all time. I have that. I have this whole series signed.
Why should look William Shatner?
It's fantastic.
They're going to draw a guy spanking a space chick. Who else are you going to draw but William Shatner?
Like I said, you can pick up some reasonable Adam Hughes quite often. Like on eBay, people will sell these up and tend to mark them up a little bit, but you could still find these in $1 and $2 boxes out there sometimes. You also had the trade paperback. This thing will go for like $30. That's a Hughes cover on the left. That Hughes cover will go for like $30 sometimes on eBay. So if you find these in the wild dirt cheap, it's not bad. You did have a Lost in Space series as well, which had fantastic covers. That number 1 on the far right there is a Joe Jusko cover. But they were just, for a show that it was a little dark at times, this book and these covers were excessively dark. You had a couple series and a couple special editions and spin-offs as well with the Lost in Space. Lucifer's Hammer. It's just a cool cover. It's just very 80s cool cover.
Only issue. Only issue.
Yeah, Masks. It's another Olivia DeBaron's cover on the far right. So if you're an Olivia fan, it's another one to kind of hunt for. Maze Agency, again, a well-loved series that went on for quite a while for Innovation, which was about 17 issues. You had some Hughes covers in there, which was great. So you got some early Hughes stuff. You had some Alan Davis covers. You had a Brian Bolin cover in there. You had another Still Freeze cover. So, I love Bolin stuff. And this is just, you find this out there in the wild cheap. It's just fun to add to the Bolin stack. If you're a Bolin collector or if you're a Still Freeze collector, finding these out there are nice. Bill Willingham cover, another Alan Davis cover, and I think that's a trade on the end. There is another Hughes cover. Oh, sorry. The first one there is that's a Plug cover for Jedi. There, that annual number one. Yeah, that's Mike Plug. Yeah. You had Quantum Leap with possibly the worst drawn Scott Bakula on every cover.
Yep.
If I was Scott Bakula, I would not have been happy about how these turned out. Because man, there's some rough covers. But if you're a Quantum Leap fan, fun reads.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
There's Neustralia. Neustralia, again, really cool covers for the time. And you got a little Terry Pratchett had The Light Fantastic and The Color of Magic if you're a little more into the fantasy side of the house.
Oh, great series.
And last but not least,
Thundersaur.
Biff Thundersaur, because why not? He's a fucking dinosaur with a gun.
Come on, yeah, freaking dinosaurs, man. You could have that,
Vigil had a couple issues and I think a one-off. And Straw Men ran for I think 8 issues or so. But it was just a really disturbing cover, so I just had to add it to the list. So
yeah,
that's what we got for Innovation. So when you're digging through those dollar bins, I guarantee you will come across some Innovation books.
More likely.
Yeah. So now you'll have an idea what's out there.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed it, kids.
I did.
All right, Jedi.
All right. So, man, it's that time again already.
Yep.
I did. We're going to look at some collectibles, some coming soon, or some of them are really soon. Some of them not as soon. But this week, decided to leave the lunch boxes because there's been nothing new since last week. And we're going to look at pin sets this week. So there's some pin sets coming out this month, and then a couple that are going to come out, I think August, maybe September. Just keeping in the theme of doing one theme per show. This is pin sets. So we have Disney's Dogs and Cats Floral Mystery pin set coming out this month for the Disney lovers out there. And we also, for the shark lovers, have the Jaws Collector Home System keychain and pin set, which drops this month. Comes in that nice little box. It's basically a keychain and a pin with Jaws stuff on there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
You can fuck somebody up with that shark.
We have Disney Princesses and Princes mystery box pin sets. You get 3 per pack. That's coming out this month. And we have the Goonies keychain and pin set coming out this month.
I want that sloth pin. I want that sloth pin. I don't care about the keychain, but damn, I want that sloth pin.
Yeah, it's available now, so you can just get the.
Where does it get? Entertainment Earth?
These are all on Entertainment Earth. Yeah, that's where I grab most of the stuff. And then for the Gundam fans, there's a Gundam Hatsune. This is a Gundam set coming out in September. It's
Hatsune
available
Miku.
for pre-order.
Ed's already getting angry.
I'm sorry, Ed. And then I did watch. I watched the Gundam anime on Netflix, but that doesn't mean I know anything about it. And there's a Halloween. This is the one I would kind of like if I were thinking about getting this. Get the
Right, all
Halloween
day.
pin set, Halloween 2 collector's home system pin set.
I still like that sloth pin better.
Coming soon for Dom. They didn't have a good image, or they didn't have the image yet, but there is a Lilo and Stitch mystery pin set
Ohana.
coming out. So that'll be out in August. I kept checking back all week to see if they would ever actually post a picture of what they would look like. They never did, so I just threw up that little picture of is that Lilo or Stitch? That's Stitch, right? Stitch popping through the thing there. And we have a Batman, 1989 Batman home collector keychain and pin set coming out this month.
Those are definitely not keys you could put in your pocket.
No,
It can cause some testicular damage.
Poke your junk.
With some of those key sets.
For people that like to collect the backpacks or the mini backpacks, and I have personally met a few people that collect these bags.
Lounge flies.
We have a what was that?
Lounge flies bags. No, I have the Boba Fett ones.
Yeah, I've met people that collect these like we collect whatever we collect, lunch boxes or whatever. They like these things. So Adventure Time, Jake making bacon pancakes cosplay is out this month, and also the Time BMO Cross Buddies bag comes out this month.
I love Adventure Time.
And for the South Parks, there is a new Cartman cosplay mini backpack that is available for pre-order, and you won't have to wait very long because it's supposed to arrive this month. And a Kenny, but sad news, folks, already sold out of at least on Entertainment Earth. These are pre-sold out on the Kenny. So if you knew, you knew. If you didn't, you missed out. And that's it for this week's.
It's going to be a hot item on a secondary market.
What do you know about it?
And I don't know. Oh, that's right. You got your segment. Go ahead. Sorry, I was jumping ahead.
So I promised you guys I'd give you guys two Tubi recommendations a week, since you ain't got to pay shit for Tubi, so anybody can watch them. So my recommendations for this week: 2 fantastic movies. Number 1, Pieces. If you like a weird slasher film,
I think I've
with
seen
that great 80s feel, because it's filmed in the 80s, I would highly recommend Pieces. I will just let you know, spoiler alert, there's the oddest placement of a waterbed in this movie. So I'm just going to leave it there.
I think I saw this back in the 80s.
Yeah. But I know I saw Thief. Thief by James.
I've seen Thief. Yeah,
I saw that.
Yes, and my second pick is definitely Thief with Jimmy Caan in it. This is Michael Mann's first movie, so if you're a Michael Mann fan, you like any of the wonderful thing, Miami Vice, you like anything that Michael Mann has done, go back, watch his first movie. Jimmy Caan is awesome in it as a safecracker. It's just a fantastic fucking movie. Jimmy Caan. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite James Caan movie, and I am a huge Godfather fan. But I still love Thief. Great movie.
Can you get Tubi without the commercials? Is there a premium Tubi?
I don't know. I have so many streaming services. I'm like, fuck it. Tubi's my shithole to go to, where I'm like, it's free. I'm not signing up for it. I don't even care if I can sign up for it for free. So it saves my program. I don't give a shit. I was like, I'm not giving them my name. I'm not giving them shit. I can live with the commercials. I
think I tried watching one of your recommendations. I forget which one. So it's probably the very first one you did. I started watching it, and as soon as the first commercial hit, I was like, I'm out.
You know what? I got used to it after a while. I just kind of got used to it after a while. But yeah, 2 great movies. Tubi throws up some great shit up there for free. So, you don't want to pay for all them streaming services. There's still good stuff out there. So have a blast, kids.
All right. Now I think it's time.
I'll
right?
cue you up here, Jedi. Yep. Let me cue
So,
you
well,
up.
before you do it, cue it up, but don't hit it yet. As I said earlier in the show, there are two people that when they speak, I pay attention. I listen. I heed their advice. But last week, I ignored JJ's advice. And this week, by God, I'm sorry, Mama Bear. I'm ignoring your advice. Hit it, Joe.
Dum chicka dum dum dum.
All right. From the people that brought you Dom Makes a Porno, we have another edition of Sorry, Mama. Yeah, Mama Bear's like, don't do it. And I was like, oh, I know what she said. She said, don't tell me you're doing that. This is on Tuesday. She said, don't tell me you're doing that. And I said, okay, I won't tell you. We are doing another episode of Dom Knows Porn? ? Porn parodies. We're going to do porn parodies because that was a lot of fun last time.
That was fun.
Yeah. All right. So first off, sorry. PJ Sparks starred in this 1993 parody of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was blank the vampire blank, Dom. Blank the vampire blank.
Bang the Vampire Slayer.
I think I know
I'll give you
this
a hint. If the last word was Slayer, I wouldn't have deleted it.
I think I know this one.
You know this one?
I might know this one.
You might know this one. All right. We'll let Dom see if he can.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see the vampire.
So the 1993. So remember, they weren't as back in the 80s and 90s as we learned in the last time we did this. They weren't as upfront and in your face with, they tried to make them, with a little nuance, a little, they didn't just say blank in the blank out of blank. You know what I mean? It was, they tried to make it relate at least to the film that they were parodying.
Buffy. Let me see.
You get some hints in the comic. Mama Bear says Muffy the Vampire Effer.
See, I was going to go with Muffy the Vampire Layer. That seemed to
Buffy
fit with the time.
What's the vampire?
Vampire fucker? I don't know.
All right. Actually, Joe was right. It is Muffy the Vampire Layer. Did you say? Did you say layer or what did you say?
Yes, I said layer.
You did say layer. Yeah.
So Joe, you're telling on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, we have Christy Lynn played Spider-Woman. That's what it said. Christy Lynn played Spider-Woman in this 1993 parody of Super Mario Brothers called Super Blank Brothers.
93. I'm just trying to
Super
place my level of smut in
Super
the
Bang Brothers.
Super Bang Brothers. That's a good.
That's not bad.
Super Hung Brothers.
Super Hung Brothers. Super Pickle Brothers. Are you gonna stay with Super what'd you say? Super Hung Brothers?
Yeah, Super Hung Brothers.
All right. Anybody else want to throw out a guess? This one is tough. Unless you look this one up, I don't expect you to get this one. Yeah. But it is pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, my mind just goes just completely vulgar. So it's just like. It's
All right.
Yeah,
It is Super Hornio Brothers.
Oh, super.
Oh, that's quite clever.
Yeah, that's clever. Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
Good job of you, Christy Lynn, for signing on for that
Exactly.
She signed
clever
off it.
little project.
Exactly.
All right. Released in 1896. Released in 1986, Sex Wars was an early adult parody of Star Wars. In the film, Laurie Smith played this version of Princess Leia called Princess Blank.
Oh.
Princess Horgana.
Princess what?
Horgana.
Horgana.
No,
I'm gonna go with Princess Lamy.
that's what I was gonna go with. Princess Lamy.
Princess Leia. Lay her.
All right. So oddly enough, we'll go ahead since everybody has guessed, and I don't see anything. Oddly enough, partial credit to Joe and Styx. There was a Princess Lamy. Apparently, there were two princesses in this film. There was two princesses. One of them's name was Princess Lamy, but it was not Laurie Smith's character.
Was it Princess Leia's?
Her character was Princess Orgasma.
Oh.
Jasmine, huh?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Christy Lynn died in a car wreck in 1995.
That sucks.
Sorry to bring the mood down.
I was gonna say, way to bring the mood down.
Say buzzkill, man. Good Lord.
She got banged up the wrong way.
She's a little
Right.
fat to be a stormtrooper. All right. Next, we have Dana Dieramond. It's not pronounced Dieramond. No, it's the font wouldn't do it, but it's capital D, little e, capital A. So it's
Dearmond.
Dieramond, I guess. Anyway, Dana starred in this 2013 parody of the HBO hit series Game of Thrones. This one should be easy.
If this ain't Game of Bones,
The games of cops.
Game of Moans. I'm gonna go Game of Moans.
I'm gonna go with Game of Bones. Nice picture on the AVN red carpet, though. That's nice.
Yeah, she was invited to the AVNs. Well, damn it. You know what? I don't want to get too far ahead of the chat in case they want to play, but Joe was right. But damn it, Styx, yours is good. Game of Bones is really good. I think maybe they should have went with that. Actually,
now if this was somehow something that was made in
Game of
the 80s, if I would say that would be a good 80s title. But for 2013, yeah,
Game of Bones.
You gotta go hard. Gotta go hard.
All right. Moving through these a little faster. So Eden Blair starred in this 2017 parody of the cult favorite Sharknado. Called Blank. So it's one word.
Sharknado.
Now I'm not sure which genre we're gonna work with here, but I'm gonna go with Sharknado.
You're gonna stay with the same name, Sharknado?
Oh no, Sharknado.
Oh, Sharknado.
Oh,
my
okay.
goodness. Wow,
There you
Joe. Boy, your algorithm is eating with just like eat anybody's algorithm. It's a beast. G Spotnado. That's not bad. Not bad.
I'll let that go. Right there.
Goggle Nagel. I don't friggin'
Goggle.
Goggle Nagel.
Goggle.
F-NATO
wasn't bad.
The movie was called Stock Fucker.
We'll let Styx know. If Styx gets this, I'll be very surprised if Styx gets this because
I'm gonna say Cocknado.
Cocknado is a good guess, but
you
it
and
is
Buffy on the same page.
Skanknado.
Skanknado. Okay.
That's
They
dog.
kept the S at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept the S and the A.
You should have said Spanknado.
And the NATO.
I think my movie would have been a little messier.
Yeah, yours. Well, man. Yeah.
Clean up aisle 7 and 8.
All right. Kimmy Granger starred in this 2018 parody, the adaptation of Tomb Raider,
Ooh.
called Blank Raider. Come
Called
on.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb. Yeah. Tomb Raider. Womb.
I'm
Raider.
definitely going with Womb
Womb.
Raider.
Womb
Womb
Raider.
Raider. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Two girls,
Womb.
one NATO.
Womb Raider.
God, Terry. Styx, they say, I guess Joe and Dom agree that they think it's Womb NATO.
If it's not Womb Raider, that is an opportunity missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds probably right. I can't think of anything else that it would be.
Oh, I can. It is Poon Raiders.
Oh.
Like Poony. Like Poon.
And I think I don't think that's. I think there's one more. Okay, yeah, I think this is the last one. Romy Rain starred in this 2017 parody adaptation of the teen superhero Power Rangers series called Power Blank.
Power.
I'm gonna go with Power Bangers.
Power. Power Rangers. Power.
Booty Raider. Terry's good. Terry's got a job waiting on him in wherever they make porn now. I don't know where they make it. Too bad OnlyFans was tightening up.
Power Anus.
Somewhere in the valley. Somewhere in the valley in California.
Power Anals.
Power what?
Anals.
Power Anals. That's a good guess.
I'm going.
Power Merkins. Power Pickles.
Okay.
I think Joe got it. I think it is Power Bangers, which is what Joe said. Joe got 3 of them right.
Man, I'm doing pretty good tonight.
And that is it for this week's Not So Bad Mama Bear. We didn't go too. I think
I sucked this one up.
It wasn't too far in the weeds.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Did I throw you off by having Dr. Whore on Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know. That might have inspired me. I can't remember.
The wonderful Doctor Who porn parody.
Yeah.
Dr. Whore. Good stuff.
That's it for this week's. That's our final segment. So
yeah, we did pretty good this week. Banged one out pretty fast. Can't complain.
Yeah, we did.
That's what you like to hear after a porn segment. We banged it out really fast.
We banged it out. Yeah, we power banged it.
Yeah.
If you haven't, for some reason, subscribed to Renovision, and maybe this is the reason you haven't subscribed to it, but you should subscribe to it. Subscribe up to Renovision. Subscribe up to Bruce over at Kingdom of Nerds. He's doing 8 million shows of all kinds of new content that he's throwing out there, and he's gifted memberships left and right. Look at this guy.
Tonight, I will tell you that he did a rendition of Jeopardy.
Yes, he did.
On his show.
So you can go catch that on the
very
rewind
good.
over on Bruce's channel over at Kingdom of Nerds. I'm sure Sunday we'll probably do the other comic show, and he has his DCU show, and I don't know. There's a whole slew of shit going on over there, man. It's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of good content over there. Go check it out. And on Tuesdays,
if you want to drop yours, and I can bring up mine here. Go down. I'll go up. So on Tuesdays, over on my channel, we have been reviewing and going through that book.
This is scary. What are we doing?
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
Are we watching all those doctors on Tuesday?
So this coming Tuesday, we will be watching the 5 Doctors. It's an hour and 10 minutes long. So it's not very long, Jedi.
Oh, so it's one show with 5 different doctors?
Correct. It's a multi-doctor episode. We were watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, that'd be cool.
Oh, my brother said he would love to be on the show. So I'll get
fantastic.
my brother on here one day.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him and I'll talk to him. I'll send him the link. Get him in there. I'd love to have him in. So Tuesday. I mean,
just warn him first.
I don't want to talk up, but we've been gradually gaining traction as we went. This week we're closing in on like 100 watches. I think 100 watches on the last one, which we did Pyramid of Mars, the famous Mudman episode for Jedi. Dom even came in and sat in and enjoyed it.
It's the hottest new show on the interwebs.
That's it.
The hottest new show for two
The,
people to watch.
All the Dom-tober disciples came over because they heard Dom.
Yeah,
was on.
Yeah,
The Dom Toll,
The Dom-
Dom Toll
the Dom
followers.
cycles. Yep.
Dom Disciples, yeah.
So that's on tap for this coming Tuesday.
Cool.
So, and I've got a couple shows in the works. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see where we go from there. So that's it from my point of view. Thank you.
And I'm still working on my shit. I have no idea yet, but that's okay.
And if you haven't, also you can check out on Thursdays Absolute Geek Podcast and streamed on Styx's channel as well. Your wrestling show, boys. You doing this Thursday?
Yes, we are.
Yes. Yep.
9 p.m. And we're going to probably talk about. We're actually heading up. You get the Night of Champions coming up next week sometime, right? Next week or 2 weeks? 2 weeks. So there's a lot going
next
on.
week. Next Saturday.
Yeah, a lot going on the next couple of weeks. All the reviews, spotlights, merchandise, stuff like that, and wrestling talk. If you like to talk wrestling, just jump on, join us, have a good old time.
Good stuff.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah.
And if you haven't checked out the slate on Renovision, prior to us, you get the CBSI Hot 10 at 9 o'clock on Fridays, followed by us, The Qualified, at 9:30 on Fridays. 9 o'clock tomorrow on Saturdays, you can watch SNS with Matt. Kyle's back. Sam, if he's there, Styx, and whoever. I don't know who. You never know who's going to show up now.
Never know who's going to show up.
Exactly.
For all the wackiness on SNS on Saturdays, hop over there for a fun time. And when you're done having fun, enjoy Tales from the Dark Side Sundays at 9:15.
Exactly.
It is one of the best Star Wars shows on TV, where you can see Dom, Wayseeker, JJ, and Marco hash it out and go crazy about everything that's going on in the Star Wars universe.
It's basically the troll Dom Tober show. They troll me every time. That's what it's basically the show is about. I can't win in that show by saying something. If I'm right, Marco will come out and go, "Oh, you got that right," but you talk about many things. Never like 100% like Dom.
You got to start working that Jedi mind trick.
I know. Next time I'm going to do that.
And as always on Wednesdays,
slap Wave Seeker telepathy.
And as always on Wednesdays, you can catch the Totally Awesome Cool Show Tack with Marco, Dubs, and Pete. And
apparently Bruce now.
And Bruce has been popping in there. You never know. Cliff pops in there every now and then. Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know who's going to show up there on the Tack Show. So good time on Wednesdays for all your comic needs.
Bruce slurped his way up there. He got his
It's fine.
All right.
Bruce fills in when needed.
Before we do the sign off here, Joe, really quick, for those in the comic book community here on YouTube, they do have what they call the comic book streamer awards going on right now over there, and Renovision has been nominated for a few categories. Qualified actually got a nod in one of the categories for comic book shows. Jedi Johnson got a nomination for host, and I got a nomination as well for.
Look at that! Congratulations! Awesome.
There we go.
So, yeah. So hopefully, those will be fun. Those are we don't look for awards, but we're not going to shy away from them.
Always nice to be
muted.
recognized.
You're muted there, Jedi.
You're still muted.
I said I nominated Dom for best comedy personality.
Yeah. Yes. Damn straight.
And listen, I'm going to be honored and humble. There's no ego here.
None at all.
Vinny the Rod. Yeah. So I wish somebody would have just put in a bunch of votes for Vinny the Rod, because that would have been fantastic. Just a random Vinny the Rod win.
Exactly.
You deserve that nomination, Terry, for your support of Styx's channel.
Exactly.
That's true.
Definitely. All right, kids. Well, I hope you enjoyed it this week.
Well, no, two things. Before we
got one
go, happy birthday to the U.S. Army tomorrow, 250 years old. Congratulations. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there on Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to
I'm looking forward to going to the casino on Sunday. My wife was like, "You're going to get the fuck out of the house and have some time to yourself." And I said, "That's great." And I was like, "The farthest I'm willing to go is about a half hour, so I'm going over to the casino and
There you go.
throw some dice."
I'm going over the my brother-in-law's house. I'm gonna barbecue with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. We're going over there. We're gonna.
I plan on doing a Whatnot stream that morning, and then my son is taking me out to dinner. Me and my wife out to dinner for Father's Day that Sunday afternoon or
Very
Sunday. Either a late lunch or early dinner, probably. So looking forward to that.
Sounds like fun. So
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
happy birthday to the Army. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Have a safe weekend, and we'll be back again next week with something.
See you next week.
See you.
The qualified. The qualified.